Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for, this is your bonus reading for September 2022. We're going to take a look at the main events for the month. In your first row, we're going to look at how you will be dealing with this Mercury Retrograde that is on the 9th. Next, we're going to be looking at how the full moon in Pisces on the 10th will be affecting you. Then in your next row, we're going to be looking at Libra season overall because there is a ton of energy going on in Libra for you just in general. It's funny, I put this tower down and I feel like an overcharged battery here. So you might feel a lot of energy. I mean, again, we have the retrograde in Libra. We have the sun moving into Libra on the 22nd, Venus on the 29th. We also have this new moon in Libra on the 25th, which we'll be looking at in this last row. So there's a lot of energy going on for you, but it's so weird because again, I don't want to stay stuck on this, but with this tower, I almost feel like this lightning bolt should be going out. You know, it's like, I don't know if you've ever seen like a battery that's been charged too much. Sometimes they release a charge, right? And I get this need to maybe release a charge, or maybe you're too heavily charged this month. There is a lot, there is a lot of energy. It actually looks like a pretty good reading. You start off here with the Mercury retrograde, and it's new moon in Gemini. It says communication is key. I mean, duh. During a Mercury retrograde, I would definitely be keeping an eye on your communication. And I would just say that, just follow the typical retrograde rules. That's kind of what I'm feeling here with this Gemini card, is that, again, the retrograde is happening in your sign. Whenever we have a retrograde in our own sign, it can make us a little bit harder to understand, or maybe we feel, maybe not, right? Maybe actually we are perfectly understood, but maybe we feel like we're not being understood as well. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on this month. And if you feel like people aren't understanding you, maybe you just need to try to re-explain it, or maybe you just need to ask, right? And I kind of feel that energy for you here. You have the Strength card, the Three of Swords, and the Four of Cups in this row. A lot of this heartbreak energy, it's kind of crazy that this heartbreak stuff has been coming up for almost every single person. So some of you could be dealing with a heartbreak or a separation. If you're not, I would definitely take care of your health at this time. Again, Mercury retrograde, plus on the 30th of October, we have Mars going retrograde as well. And I know that that's like 2 months away almost, right? But what I would say is I'm pretty sure the shadow period for Mars retrograde starts on September 9th, and I would just watch your health and make sure to stay healthy. Really, your solution is a Strength card. Strength is like, what can you do every single day to stay strong? Strength is like lifting weights. If you don't lift weights every single day, or at least consistently, maybe not every single day, but if you're not lifting weights, for example, then you're not going to grow, right? Your muscles aren't going to grow. So I feel like asking, what muscles need to grow for you, Libra? Is there a skill that you could learn, or is there something that you could be trying to get good at here? And that's the feeling. I kind of feel like past disappointments could be stopping you from getting good at a skill. You know what's interesting as well is that the clarification deck, the bottom card is the Magician, if it wants to focus. So there's something here about a skill. It kind of just hit me what this first row is about for you, Libra, is that maybe you feel like you're not good at a skill, but I feel like things can be learned. For some of you, this could be having to do with communication. And I kind of also feel like saying, don't give up. If you're trying to get your point across to like a boss, a mentor, or anyone in your life, I don't know why this is so important, but it's popping into my head as very important. I feel like this is saying, if they don't understand you at first, go back to the drawing board. Think about how you could communicate things differently. But I also kind of feel like there's like a skill, and this is saying you can learn the skill. It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, how whatever you think you are, right? I feel you have the power to learn something. Let's see. With the Strength card, you have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups, I don't know if you saw that card pop out. It was the Three of Cups, and that's exactly why I don't take pop-outs. Because to me, if it's meant to come out, it'll come out. Plus, I am a natural butterfingers. If you can't tell, I just dropped that card again. So, to me, pop-outs are nothing, especially the way that I read. But, other people might be different. But what I would say here is that I feel there's like a celebration coming in for you. And it's kind of interesting that there's 3 people here. This card doesn't really represent a middle ground, but I kind of, again, feel like you could be trying to explain something to like a boss, a mentor, especially for those of you in work who are trying to get a raise or a promotion. You have the Queen of Wands in this reading. When I see the Queen of Wands, sometimes it's a clue to me in a reading that a person could be wanting a raise, wanting a promotion, who doesn't want to make more money, right? And I feel that you could be getting one by just seeing the other side. With the Three of Swords, you have the Empress. Empress is a card of abundance, so I do feel there's a lot of abundance coming in for you here, and it doesn't even want to focus because my eyeballs are poking up above it. But I feel there's a lot of abundance for you. I also feel like you're very attractive at this time. So if you're worried with that Three of Swords about, attracting love or finding love, I would let those fears go with this Empress energy for sure. And finally, with the Four of Cups, you have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, rushing is going to be the thing that causes problems. So I definitely wouldn't rush during a Mercury retrograde. Pretty simple energy. I feel it's just saying, if you're trying to communicate something that you can't get across this month, then, go back to the drawing board, and I feel like you will be fine. Next, with the full moon in Pisces, you have this quantum jump card. This is a grasshopper spirit in this deck. And for a lot of you, there could be big leaps. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure someone else, I titled their reading Quantum Leap. It could have been Aquarius. So if you have Aquarius in your chart, I would definitely go watch that reading. But very similar energy. And I'm pretty sure that I said it in the area of the new moon in Pisces as well. The thing about the new moon in Pisces is that we've had Neptune in Pisces forever. And Neptune in Pisces, to me, is manifestation on steroids. It's funny because I've been watching and reading some, astrology stuff about this particular new moon in Pisces that's coming up. And a lot of people have been kind of looking at it as a very negative, I shouldn't say very negative moon, but a lot of people have been looking at it that way. But what I would say is, everybody's reading has been super positive, and I'm kind of wondering if this full moon in Pisces, I might have just said new moon, sorry, I was looking at that new moon in Gemini card, but, with this full moon in Pisces, I feel there could be a lot of positivity here, where we could be manifesting something very good in our lives. You have the Hermit, the Queen of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. Could be a new love offer coming in for you. You have this Loyal Hearts card coming up next, and there could be a love offer coming in for you. I also feel this could just be happiness around the new moon in Pisces, so there's something coming in that could be making you very happy. I do feel like you have to accept it. You can see that there's this dove that is dropping the Eucharist into this cup, and that dove is causing the cup to overflow, and you can see that there. Sometimes I feel that the Ace of Cups is saying you have to accept the cup to get it to overflow in your life. And so it might not be love, but accepting the cup could be doing something you love. It could be spending time with something you love. It could be anything involving love, really, not just love like we think about it, but I'm talking about doing activities, hobbies, things like that you can put your heart and soul into. But I do feel there could be an opportunity for you that could be very good for you. You have the Queen of Wands. Again, very attractive at this time. Empress, Queen of Wands, a lot of attraction. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you are. I feel like you could just be very seductive at this time, Libra. So if you want love, definitely put yourself out there. For others, again, I got something about a raise or a promotion. And I also feel that you need to be able to, it's there's something here about needing to be able to see the other person's side, but I feel this is in work or business. And I feel just a little bit of a change could make all the difference, in the way that you present yourself. If you're going to your boss and you're saying, I want a raise or a promotion, maybe your boss says no. And I feel like this is saying, well, first off, if they say no, no is never a no here in this situation. I feel like you're not taking no for an answer either. And what I would say here is I would either ask them, well, how can I get a raise? Or what I would do here, it's almost like you could cut to the chase and totally skip out the no. If you go to them and you say, look, I do all these things. I do this, this, and this. And this is how much it means to your business. And that's why I deserve a raise. It's almost as if you package it the right way, like how you ask for the raise. That is going to make all the difference. And that's what's popping into my head. And finally, you have the Hermit here. The Hermit is having climbed to the top of the mountain, having looked and found for your inner light. So I feel like you have found your inner light. I also do feel there could be a quantum leap here. Again, you have this quantum leap card, but the quantum leap could just be, progress that you're making with that Hermit energy for sure. Let's see here. With the Hermit, you have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is a card of kind of conflict and competition. You do have the Three of Cups here. I kind of do get the words friendly competition going on here. So some of you might be in a friendly competition for a raise or a promotion. For others, I feel that this is saying that you, I almost get the need of needing to go for something. Maybe that's why I'm seeing the two sides of this promotion thing. It's sometimes I think maybe in work or business, maybe there's too many people that we feel like are going for the same promotion. I almost feel that this reading is saying it's for you. It doesn't matter if there's 100 people that are going for the promotion, you should go for it. So I kind of feel like this is saying that you should go for something where there could be competition. And I don't know, I would go for it. This could be something else as well. Maybe you're wanting to enter a competition or something like that. It's popping into my head. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Tower again. Tower twice in your reading. Again, I get this need to discharge energy. That's what popped into my head. Sorry. For whatever reason, that camera is now not working today. Typical retrograde, right? But anyway, I feel this need to discharge energy with the Tower in both of these positions. Again, it's almost like there's been this buildup of energy, and it could be because there's so much energy in Libra this month. So I would be doing things that, that can kind of discharge your energy. I feel you could feel like you're buzzing this month, and I would do things like activities, things involving your health, like working out or anything like that, I feel could be very helpful. And again, with the Ace of Cups, doing things that you can put your heart and soul into would also be a good idea. The things that we put our heart and soul into are things that we do just because. It's like because you truly love it, you're not doing it for a reason. And usually those are the things that make us like the most successful. So that's what I'd be doing here with the Ace of Cups. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Two of Cups. Definitely could be love coming in for you. And again, it could be a very charged relationship, let's put it that way, especially with all this charge energy that I'm feeling. I would just say, again, if this is a very heavily charged relationship, you might need time apart from each other, or you both just need kind of grounding energy going on here. Tower twice, they're both coming down to the ground. So something needs to be grounded. And again, electricity, grounding, just putting the two together here. That's kind of what I'm feeling for you, Libra. Next, in the area of the Sun in Libra on the 22nd, just Libra season in general, starting around the 22nd, you have the Loyal Hearts card. Definitely could be love coming in for you if you want love. I feel this is a perfect relationship, but again, something needs to be grounded here. I'm wondering, really I feel this is like a new person, and maybe both of you are kind of going through these situations or have been kind of coming off of Tower moments. That's why the Tower is showing up here twice. That's what I'm kind of intuitively feeling. You could be dealing with a person who's also gone through a Tower moment. You're both being brought back down to Earth, and so you're both maybe needing some time to like discharge energy, right? I don't know why this is so important, but it is. You have the Tower, the Three of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. I do feel that this person, if it's a person coming in for you, it could be quite surprising with the Tower card here. Could be something that you just don't expect. And again, it could be a big leap coming in for you because you have that quantum jump card, like making a big leap in your life. I feel that, this person could kind of come in quite unexpectedly. The other thing that I'm feeling is, again, maybe you've both recently had very similar Tower moments. So you could have experienced, a Tower moment, and they had something very similar happen to them if it is a person. Next, you have the Three of Wands card of expansion. Three of Wands is like finding a place to expand. Again, using the battery analogy, I'm almost seeing you kind of like becoming a bigger battery. And this is a good thing because, if we can like store our energy that we use, that's even better, right? Because then we can always have more than enough energy in all areas of life. It's almost like you're becoming a bigger battery, but you have to like move on to something else to be able to do that. So sometimes I think, and I've been talking a lot about this, about how I feel like we're filling a lot of empty space. we feel restricted, but actually it's because there's all this empty energy that we have to kind of fill, right? And I feel by expanding, maybe, looking for new opportunities, like relationships that like ask you to grow, for example, or looking for jobs where you have to learn more to be able to get the job. I feel that could be very important for you at this time. And you even have the Eight of Swords, which is, again, kind of at the beginning of the reading, I was feeling the need to kind of use some tools. Remember, I showed you the Magician at the bottom of the deck, needing to realize that you're capable of doing something, and probably something that was a disappointment in the past. This reading, the best way I could put this confusing reading together, maybe it's not very confusing, but the best way I can put this together up until this point is, if you don't work out for a long time, right, then you get tired very easily. Maybe you feel fatigued. I've just noticed in my own personal life when I start working out again, it's like I have a lot more energy to be able to do the things that I want to do. For some of you, I feel like this reading very simply is saying you're looking at an opportunity that might require energy to be able to do it. But it's almost as if like the fact that you're not doing it is the thing that is not allowing you to use your energy to do it, if that makes sense. It's like when you first start working out again after not working out for years, you feel tired after every single workout, but eventually you start feeling super energetic and you have more energy just in general, right? And I kind of see a situation like that entering into your life. Could be a relationship that requires a lot of energy, but it's like the more you do it, the more energetic you become. Or it's a job that you're kind of like filling the space. I hope this is making sense. With the Tower, you have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, the card says, teamwork makes the dream work. If there's love coming into your life, could be a very good connection. With the Three of Wands, you have the King of Swords. You have the King and Queen of Swords coming up here. Again, a lot of this energy showing up for a lot of people. And you can see it right here, King and Queen of Swords going from the Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, King of Swords, Queen of Swords. This, to me, looks like, two people who need to get on the same page. So if you're in a relationship already, then maybe there needs to be some communication with that new moon in Gemini card that you have in the beginning so that you can get on the same page. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, again, I feel this energy of the difference between restriction, but actually it's space, feeling like you're restricted. But I actually feel you're filling a big space, and maybe that's what you're feeling here with the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. Weird. I like where this is going. At the end here, for the new moon in Libra, you have this beaver spirit. The beaver spirit is about building a home or just building a solid foundation. Again, if you're kind of turning yourself into this new, bigger battery that's capable of storing more energy or that is capable of just doing more in life, I feel you kind of have to build the foundation first. And that's what it looks like you're doing here with this beaver spirit. So again, if you're getting anything new, like a new job, focus on the beginning stuff. Focus on the foundation. Same thing with if you're getting into a new relationship. I feel there's a lot of energy here, especially if this is love. A lot of energy, right? But maybe you need to make sure that you're focusing on the foundation of the relationship. And again, towards the end of the month, this could be a realization that you're having. You have the Queen of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Page of Swords. The Queen of Swords, it's like you're ready and open to this new beginning. So I feel like you're ready to have this new beginning. I also feel like you're ready to go through the change. She has these butterflies like on her card, and the butterflies represent transformation. So I feel like you're ready to go through this transformation. But funny enough, I always say butterflies are very fragile creatures. So, it can represent something that is in a fragile state. How do you make something stronger? You add structure. You have that beaver card there. So I would be focusing on kind of like the foundation or the structure of things in your life, everything that you're working on, because it looks like you're building things bigger. You have the High Priestess, definitely a good time to trust your intuition with the High Priestess. And with the Page of Swords, he's looking over at this energy here. He's looking at the Five of Pentacles. Sorry, wrong camera. He's looking over at the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. So he could be looking at things that are keeping him left out in the cold, but really, I feel like you're not left out in the cold. Page of Swords, on the positive side of things, like if you wanted to turn him into a positive in this reading, I would say that it can represent looking for ways out of the cold. Like he is the detective in the tarot. He really looks for answers. He really looks at how to fix things. Now with the Queen of Swords, you have the Knight of Cups, definitely a love offer coming in for you. For some of you, I do feel you've turned your back to a person. That could partially be the Tower moment, but I really feel the Tower is talking about, again, this discharge of energy that needs to happen. But again, is that really the right way to put it to make this reading even more confusing? I don't know. I feel, again, that you're becoming a bigger storage unit of energy. I hope that makes sense. With the High Priestess, you have the King of Pentacles. Yeah, you're looking for something very stable, much more long-term as far as love is concerned. Very good for money as well. And this month has been pretty good for people as far as money is concerned. And with the Page of Swords, you have the Star. A lot of people getting the Star. So this is a great card to get after the Tower because in the Major Arcana, we go from the Tower to the Star. So you could be going through a lot of healing with the Star card. Could also just be kind of experiencing a lot more hope. But really, again, quite simply, I feel like this reading is asking you to kind of use your energy so that you can have more energy, if that makes sense. Probably not. I probably lost about 90% of you at the beginning of this reading. But if you're still here, thank you. We're going to do the 3 questions now. We're going to do questions 1, 2, and 3 right here. So 1, 2, and 3. If you have questions, feel free to pause this reading. For question number 1, you have the Page of Pentacles. So I would say yes, definitely. I do feel there could be good news coming in for you here. For question number 2, you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands, I would say yes if you believe in yourself. Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It's a card of knowing that you know that something is for you, so that you're going to be successful. So I'd say yes, but, I think it has to do with belief. For question number 3, I would say yes, you have the Star again. So definitely a very good reading. This to me looks like you're really kind of like making a big leap forward. You have that Quantum Leap card. And like I said, you're becoming a bigger storage unit for energy, but there's something very life-changing happening here in your life. It's going to require work, though. I think that's the difference. It's like sometimes we go through a transformation and, it's just like, it just happens, right? This is requiring work. I also feel like some of you have already gone through the transformation and you're just filling the space, again, with structure by making sure that it lasts for a long time. So if you went from like one job to another, I feel like you could be doing things that make sure you stay there for a long time. You could be learning more about the job, learning more about the business. I don't know, there's a lot here. Pretty crazy. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.